everyone. So, as today's question and answer session, like if you have any questions or anything, just raise your hands and then we'll take one by one in the sequence. Or if you want to share your experience about today's meditation, like you can feel free to raise your hand. All right,
Hey
so
Hanuman, Krishna Master.
Jai Hanuman Master.
I got a question from somebody in the WhatsApp. She's asking her kid, like 9 or 10-year-old boy, is scared of spiders. So, what can she tell to remove that fear in the kid?
Oh, spiders. So the first thing is why he's scared of maybe. So in way to moksha, right? Like what we always say it, AnuMaa, like, so we need to find the root cause first. So why he is scared of spiders. So that's the first thing, we need to ask the question to the kid. And then, so based on his answers, we can try to give the wisdom um, they are not harmful, right? Like the spiders are not harmful at all. So maybe we can Google about the spiders, what they do, how beautifully they will make their nest, um, and some of the strengths of the spiders. So these are some of the things we can just explain to the kid, and then so next time when he see the spider, instead of having that scary thought in his mind, he will have a different. He will try to look at the spider in a different angle. He will try to look at the nest in a different angle. Maybe he will think it's like it's a good civil engineer, right? I mean, the spider is a very good natural civil engineer. It can hold the nest even if we have a thunderstorm. So these are some of the things we can tell to the kid, and then try to change his perspective, um, to look at the spider in a different angle. And I remember, like in our childhood, right? Like we always say, when the spider is on our, when it falls on you, you will get a new clothes or something like that. They used to tell. Um, and so when it falls on you, like we used to be so happy. Oh, I'm going to get a new clothes and things like that. So maybe like our childhood stories also we can tell them. That's how we used to feel and things like that. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't know if AnuMaa can talk more on that.
Telling the stories about, like funny stories about how old is the boy?
9 years, 9, 10 years.
Yeah, telling the funny stories about spider. You can even ask ChatGPT
Yeah.
that my son is 9-year-old, is fear, so I need a funny stories where he can release his fear. It can give you the stories. Nowadays, it's very easy and simple.
Oh
Our,
yeah, ChatGPT is like
yeah, it'll give you perfectly.
we have to, like, I mean, it's ultimately like you have to make a decision whether I should tell it or not. So it's whatever it gives, you don't just rely on it, but so whether I should tell or not, like you make a decision. Is it good?
Like, these stories, that is the best way. Otherwise, it is difficult to come up with the
Yeah,
story. But if you
yeah,
ask
I
them,
agree, but no, what I'm saying, don't just blindly rely on ChatGPT. Once you listen to the story and you feel like it's going to help him, you can tell it.
of course. Like in the morning, I said something about, what I did with the children, like on the um, tuition law in India. A lot of people put the tuition whether they required or not, because everyone is doing in the society. Lot of things are imposed on the children because everyone is doing, your neighbors are doing, so you do to the kid. And also everyone is going and doing the sports your kid has to do. Everyone is, whatever, the peer pressure is so much on the parents, not on the kid. So come out of that, please. Every kid is unique, and do not pressurize on the tuitions. And also, if the kid does very well in the class itself, do not repeat the tuition. What happens is, this has been proven actually. So If you repeat the same thing, their mind will go somewhere else and they will stop listening in one of the place. So either in the class, if your tuition teacher is teaching before the class, then they are no longer listening in the class. And if the school is first, then the tuition teacher, they don't listen in the tuition teacher. So they are wasting their time and also their energy. And also one of the, when I go to these workshops like our retreats, the kids will come. So they always talk to me and tell me the things what goes on at home. So they were complaining about their mom putting in the tuitions and they are not in the evening and they are not able to play general what they play every day. So every day they have these 2 to 3 hours of tuition from that 4 p.m. to whatever 7 p.m. and it gets dark and they have to do again, come home and do homework again and then sleep. So what kind of a life are they leading? Are they children or something else? So I told the mother, don't do that, and I convinced the children to do the tuition in the morning and then play in the evening. So they promised me they'll get up early and do, and I told her they don't need 3 hours of tuition. Of course they were getting less marks, so I told the kids, work on yourself and get the A grades. Once you get the A grades, you don't have tuition at all. I will convince your mother. They agreed on that. So I told her to put 1 hour only per day, not 3 hours. So that shifted in the morning, and the mother allowed them to play every day, 2 to 3 hours. That is their time, play time, leave longer hours than the study. But because of the peer pressure, everyone is putting the pressure on the kids regarding the tuition. So when the kid has the A grade, what you should do is put the tuition on general knowledge. What goes on around the world, general idea about politics, who is the president, what it is, and other countries, what is happening, what is the language, what kind of food they eat, how they live their life, or how the flight is manufactured, depend on the kid age. Even how the car is manufactured and what is going on with these robots, or what is the current things like technology, what is going on. You can talk about all those stuff by the tutor, and the tutor can bring the question answers, all that. She can take the help of ChatGPT or online. He or she can do little research according to, and kids can choose the subject. My kids choose the subject what they wanted to do every day. It was not chosen by me or by the teacher. Kids said, okay, we want to know about the flight, how it goes, or where the engine is, or how the engine works. Then she used to come up with 5 days classes, and at the end of the day, the question answers. She used to prepare all that and bring. So this is how you do. You expand the child ability in the knowledge and also learning, but do not repeat the same thing. Instead of 95 marks, you want 98 marks. For that, don't put tuitions. As long as they get basic A grade, they are good. Sometimes in some ages, even if they pass, they are fine. Once the medical college, a child joins in the medical college, they need to pass the exams. That's all it is. They will become a doctor. So some things, leave them let them pass, let them enjoy their life as a child. Do not pressurize them to be like A grade, must to do A grade. 5th grade, 6th grade, what makes difference if they just pass? But what happens is, if the child is in the grade A, meaning if they are getting A, means highest marks in the kindergarten or 1st grade, they will get the highest marks rest of their lives. So if you can put a little bit effort as a parents, not as a tuition, when they are in kindergarten or 1st grade, put some effort, sit with them and make them study. So if you put little effort at that time, I think they will rest of their life, they will be in A grades and they will do very well. Even if they are 6th grade, 5th grade listening to these classes, put some effort by yourself. Naturally, you will see the improvement. Even we all did that and we have seen the improvement. You can ask even Krishna sir also. There will be improvement in the children if you as a parents put some effort. not as a tuitions and paying the money. That is I generally do not approve much on those. Over to you, Krishna sir. On this, you can also say a few words.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, so that's something actually, I also started doing with Akira AnuMaa. So basically, recently I started watching one YouTube channel. Basically, they'll have a YouTube short. So what they explain about our organs, but not like in a medical terminology. I feel like it's more like a spiritual kind of a terminology. I like when I saw that YouTube video when they tell about the brain, I was like so connected. And then I thought maybe I should sit with Akira and then listen to it and then write down a story about the brain, about the heart, about the lungs. So listen to the YouTube short, for a couple of times, 3, 4 times, and then, and then like discuss and then write down our own story about it and how important it is. So this is one way of teaching our kids about our own organs and how respectful we are. And also at the same time, we can tell them about, for example, when you're talking about the lungs, what will happen when you smoke, why the lungs will not like the smoke, things like that. And when like similarly, what will happen when you drink Coke, when you talk about the blood and things like that. So these are some of the things we can, we can educate them. um, and when they have respect to their own organs, they will never ever deviate from the regular life cycle. So this is something, I started doing it with Akira. Um, and it's a wonderful suggestion, AnuMaa. It's instead of going with regular classes, having something different. um, and I'm pretty sure like we have many options out there, but you also try to spend some time, come up with something, and then try to spend some time and then explain them. The other thing which I'm planning to do with Akira is I'm going to give the bank statement every day, every month, and then ask her to categorize it, create the pie charts in the Excel sheet. I think they're already doing in the school, but it's like a just using whatever she did in the school, she's going to implement it like a practical application. So how much, what are the expenses, how much we spend on rent, mortgage, and how much we spend on groceries and things like that. So she every month, I want her to just categorize it and then uh, did the accounting, like a basic accounting, not like too much details in the beginning, but that's something I just want to start so that she will have knowledge what's going on. So this is something, what mainly the American kids, like kids who are born in America are lacking. Like I think most of you guys know it, like by the time we are 6, 7 years old, our mom used to give the groceries list with the money, and we used to go to the store, get all the groceries, and then count it, and then see if we are not, if we need to get any change, we'll ask the store guy and then bring it over, right? But now even the people who are born America, especially, I don't know how we are dealing in India right now, but especially in US, I don't think if even if they are 10 years old, they can just go to a just any store, like if they can't go to Chipotle and then order it and then see how much change they are supposed to get. Like even that math, they may not able to do it properly because they never done it. I mean, it's always credit card payments, and they don't know how much they are paying. They don't know how much they are getting, right? So these are the two initiatives I'm planning to do so that she'll have knowledge other than the basic education which she's getting in school.
Yeah,
All right.
math is must to train them, and also the not only math, profit and loss is
Profit.
very important to do, because when you own something tomorrow, you should not have a block not to check the accounts.
Yeah.
Many of the owners, they don't know whether they are, what they are getting unless they see just the bank balance. They don't see where the checks are going, what is happening, where to stop, where to reduce the money. So, especially the women, in survey, they said that, most of the women owners are lack of, because of the accounting, they're losing the businesses because they are not properly segregating the money. So which I also felt, I mean, I also had so much of blocks to do the accounting every month. So I work really hard on that. So that is why I suggest everybody from the childhood, please teach your child that, that she or he owns a, business like profit and loss. And also by 9th grade or 8th grade, you should give a dummy stock thing also, and they should be able to manage the stocks, selling and buying on the Excel sheet. Give like 100,000 on the Excel sheet, and then let them buy like, McDonald's stock or this stock, whatever, like, and then
Or
slowly
even
the
virtual also.
huh?
They have a virtual account.
Yeah, virtual, whatever technology nowadays you have, you can check with ChatGPT and do that. And also, it is so funny, when my kids were buying, they were buying the Netflix, the ones they see all the time, which they are using in day to day life, like Walmart stocks. Actually, those stocks really increased a lot since, when they bought at that time versus, later, like within 3-4 time, their portfolio increased much more better than us as an adults, because they were using everything what they see every day. Those companies they were doing, that was interesting actually. Then we both realized, me and my husband, that's an interesting thing. Actually, we should buy the things what we use every single day. We never even think that way. We always think, oh, that tech company might do better or this might do better, but they all bought what we were using every single day in our life, and which was true actually. Their stocks increased more than our predictions. So that's what even my older one said, no, we only bought the ones which we saw and used every single day life. That's why you saw this result. Yeah.
All right, we have
Lavanya,
a question, I think, Lavanya.
క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది నాకు. నాకు ఇద్దరు పిల్లలు. పెద్ద పాప ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్, చిన్న పాప ఎల్‌కేజీ. అయితే నేను నాకు వీలైనంత వరకు వాళ్ళని పాజిటివ్‌లోనే ఉంచి ఇంకా చేస్తున్నాను అవన్నీ. ఇక్కడ అంటే ఛాలెంజ్ ఏంటంటే, పెద్ద పాపకి రెగ్యులర్‌గా హోమ్ వర్క్స్ అలా ఇస్తుంటారు. నేను ఆమెతోని చేపిస్తుంటే, చిన్న పాప ఆడుకుంటుంటే అలా తనతో డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది. చిన్న పాపకి ఏదైనా యాక్టివిటీ ఇస్తే ఏందంటే, తను ప్లే వేలో ఆడుకుంటుంది గదా! నేను వెళ్లి ఆడుకుంటానని ఇవన్నీ వదిలేసి అవి చేస్తుందనమాట. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇద్దరిని కలిపి ఎలా మేనేజ్ చేయాలి? అంటే వీళ్ళకు ఒక సరైన ఎవరి హోంవర్క్ వాళ్ళది గాని, ఎవరి ఆహ్, గ్రోత్ వాళ్ళది గాని, వాళ్ళని ఎట్లా గైడ్ చేసి ఎట్లా ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళాలి? అది నాకు కొద్దిగా చెప్తారండి?
ఏజ్ గ్రూప్ ఎంతమ్మా?
పెద్ద పాప 7 ఇయర్స్, చిన్న పాప 5 ఇయర్స్.
5, 7. నేను చేసినప్పుడు ఒకటే టేబుల్ మీద వాళ్ళు కూర్చున్నారు, కానీ ఎవరిది వాళ్ళు చేసుకున్నారు. సో వీళ్ళు మీకు గైడెన్స్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుందా ఇద్దరికి?
అంటే నేను పెద్దమ్మాయితోని నేను కూర్చొని హోమ్ వర్క్స్ చేపిస్తుంటే, చిన్న పాప వచ్చేసి, "నువ్వు అక్కతోనే మాట్లాడతావా? తనతోనే ఉంటావా? నాకు చెప్పవా?" ఇట్లా అడుగుతుంది.
అడుగుతారా? ఓకే.
నేను నాకు అలా
అయితే మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే, ఫస్ట్ మీరు చిన్న పాప దగ్గర కూర్చొని, ఎందుకంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎవ్రీడే సాగా కాబట్టి, ఫస్ట్ మీరు చిన్న పాప దగ్గర కూర్చొని దానికి ఏమన్నా వర్క్ అప్పచెప్పేసేయండి. ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి, టీచ్ చేసి, ఫస్ట్ ఒక 10 నిమిషాలు స్పెండ్ చేయండి చాలు. దానికి ఒక పని అప్పచెప్పేసేయండి. లెగోసో లేకపోతే అవి దాని ఏజ్ ప్రకారం పుట్టింగ్ దెమ్ టుగెదర్ సంథింగ్. అదొక 30-40 మినిట్స్ కావాలి. 30-40 మినిట్స్ అది ఇంకా బిజీగా ఉంటుంది. ఇంకోటి హస్బెండ్ కూడా చెప్పండి, దీనికి కీప్ అన్ ఐ అని హస్బెండ్ దగ్గర కూర్చోబెట్టండి దాన్ని.
ఓకే.
కీప్ అన్ ఐ విత్ హర్. ఎందుకంటే అని తను లేనప్పుడు చెప్పండి, ఇట్లా నన్ను పెద్దదాన్ని చదివి అదే ఓవర్ చేనిస్తే కొద్దిగా ఇది ఫీల్ అవుతుంది, సో దీంతో మీరు టైం స్పెండ్ చేయండి, ఇగో చేస్తా ఆడుండ్రి, లేకపోతే ఇంకేదో అని అప్పచెప్పేసి వాళ్ళిద్దరికి అప్పచెప్పేసి మీరు దీంతో చూసుకోండి.
ఓకే
యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్పెండ్ 10 minutes with her బిఫోర్ యూ గో టు ద ఓల్డర్ వన్.
ఓకే
ఇంకోటి, మీరు ఏ పని చేసినా కూడా నాకు ఇక్కడ ఏమనిపిస్తుందంటే కొంచెం ఆ సిబ్లింగ్ది ఆ సపరేషన్ అంటే ఫీల్ అవుతుండ్రు, నాతో కాక అమ్మ అక్కతో చేస్తుందని, ఎందుకంటే దే బోత్ ఫీల్ సపరేట్. మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలంటే పెద్ద అమ్మాయి తన సిస్టర్ అంటే తనకు చేస్తున్నట్టు ఫీల్ కాదు, నీ అక్కకు చేస్తున్నా, నీ అక్కను చదివిస్తా, నేను మీ అక్కకు కొన్ని చెప్తా అనాలి, అక్కకేమో నీ చెల్లకు అనాలి. ఇద్దరిని సపరేట్ చేయొద్దు. నీ చెల్లకి చేస్తున్నా, నీ అక్కకి చేస్తున్నా అనాలి. ఇంకొకటి, ఎప్పుడు కూడా కంపేర్ చేయొద్దు. అక్క ఇది చేస్తుంది చూడు, అక్క క్లీన్ చేస్తుంది చూడు, టేబుల్ నువ్వు చేస్తలేవు, అట్లా ఎప్పుడు లైఫ్లో కంపేర్ చేయకండి. కంపేర్ చేస్తే వాళ్ళిద్దరిని సపరేషన్ అయిపోతారు, సపరేట్ చేసినట్టు. అంటే సిబ్లింగ్ రైవల్రీ అంటారు కదా, అది వచ్చేస్తుంది. ప్లస్ జెలసీ ఫీల్ అవుతారు, సపరేషన్ అయిపోతుంది, ఇద్దరు సపరేట్ అయిపోతారు. సపరేట్ ఎప్పుడు చేయకండి ఏ మాటలు కూడా. నాకు ముగ్గురికి ఇచ్చిన ముగ్గురు నీ తమ్ముడు, నీ అన్న, అబ్బాయి ఎంత మంచిరా, నువ్వే నేర్పించినట్టున్నావు అని పెద్దదానికి ఊకే క్రెడిట్ ఇవ్వండి. చిన్నది ఏది చేసిన అంటే నువ్వు నేర్పించినావు చెల్లకు, ఎంత బాగా చేస్తుంది, నువ్వే నేర్పించుంటావు కదరా అబ్బా, నువ్వు ఎంత బాగా చూసుకుంటావు, ఎంత బాగా చేస్తావు, నీ చెల్లెని కూడా ఊరికే అక్కున్నా లేకున్నా నువ్వు అక్కని ఎంత బాగా నువ్వు అప్రిషియేట్ చేస్తావు రా, అన్నీ అక్కతో భలే నేర్పించుకుంటావు, అక్క భలే నీకు నేర్పిస్తుంది, అక్క నువ్వు కూడా అక్కకు అన్నీ చూపించుకుంటావు, చేస్తావు, అన్నీ తెలియకుండా వాళ్ళు అట్లా చెయ్యకుండా అంటనే ఉండండి. ఒక 3 రోజులు అనండి, 4వ రోజు నుంచి ఇద్దరు యాటిట్యూడ్ చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది. నేనే అట్లా చేస్తాను అన్న నవ్వుకుంటా మీరు అంటనే ఉండండి. డూ నాట్ స్టాప్ దట్. సో వాళ్ళిద్దరి దగ్గర బాండింగ్ కనుక పెరిగితే ఆటోమేటిక్గా యూ విల్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ దిస్ ఇష్యూ ఎట్ ఆల్. ఎందుకంటే ఆమె మీరు అక్కకు నేర్పిస్తున్న నాతోనే కూర్చొని ముచ్చట పెడుతుంది లాగానే ఫీల్ అవుతారు. బట్ ఫస్ట్ ఇది చేయండి, చేసి మళ్ళీ మాకు ఏ సంగతి చెప్పండి, అది ఎట్లా వర్కౌట్ అయిందని.
ఓకే అమ్మా, ఖచ్చితంగా.
So basically what AnuMaa is saying, like if you have 2 kids, first try to spend at least 10 to 15 minutes with the younger one, and then engage with her, give some work like Legos or something, spend like 10-15 minutes, and then tell her that I'm going to spend with your sister for 15-20 minutes on her homework, and then I'll come back to you. If possible, either you can ask your spouse to spend with the younger one while you are working with the older one, but that is only after you spend 10-15 minutes with her and engage with her, so that she won't feel like separated. And also once you implement that, please let us know whether how it worked out, so that AnuMaa can give more suggestions on the same. So by God grace, I'm able to take my special needs kids to spend more time in the nature, but so many other special need kids are staying home and not enjoying the nature. How can I encourage other mothers? It's a very good initiative, ma'am.
గో హెడ్ కృష్ణ గారు, చెప్పండి ఆన్సర్, మీరు అయ్యాక నేను చెప్తా.
Okay. So yeah, so the first thing is, we all, I don't know how to answer this, but spending time with the nature will always will give more positive energy from the nature, right? So even if we have any kind of negativity in the mind or low energies, the moment you spend in the nature, the moment we hear the birds, we feel like more energetic, and sometimes like we feel like we gain more wisdom just by sitting in the nature. These are some of the things we can tell the mothers. I know like some of the special need kids mothers are like more concerned because they make a lot of noise, lot of sound, and it gives the disturbance to the others, but that's okay. It's part of our it's part of their life, right? I mean, so instead of sometimes like they just feel shy, that's why they don't want to take their kids. But first they need to accept that they have a special need kid, and it's always good for them to spend in the nature. Whether they have an inconvenience or not, tell them not to worry about it, because nature will give lot of wisdom to the kids, and they will be more calm and more quiet, and it gives it provides a very healthy bonding between the mother and the kid. So these are some of the things we can tell them, and then encourage them to take to the kid to nature places. Go ahead, AnuMaa, if you want to add any more points to it.
Instead of saying particularly that they are, special need kid, need this, just say in generally, for an adult or a kid, always, especially sun gazing and moon gazing, or any time staying in the sun or in the evening time after even sunset, definitely our aura gets more purified, and also our thoughts gets much more positive and happier, no matter whom it is. So for all of us, you can just talk about it as a in general way. And you can say that why you're doing what you're doing. You don't say that you guys should do it. Just like children, what makes you happy. That's all it is. So the same thing you tell them. I always like to take my child into nature because of these reasons. I see big difference in him whenever I take him outside, whenever we spend time in the nature. So just say that's enough for them to realize that they should also do that. Always, that is how you need to proceed.
That is really very helpful for me. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. It's a nice initiative from your side. I think the universe will thank you for that. Thank you, Master. All right. So anyone have any other questions?
Even if you know any like these video games which are mathematic games, you can actually let them know, so that kids can play those games 30 minutes a day or 1 hour a day. It's fine, because those are but you need to monitor and make sure they are playing particularly only those games, like which will improve the vocabulary, English and the math to go, whether they are writing a SAT exam, whether they are writing any exam. My kids are saying, because we won't be that strong in English, that's where we lose those 1-2 points marks, and it goes down. Most of the Indian kids, Americans are good at that, but they lose in the math. We do excellence in math. So focus only in every exam, no matter what exam you go. Math and the English are the major. SAT exam, MCAT, most of the places. MCAT is, of course, it is purely medicine. But other than that exam, every other exam, it is mostly, especially the SAT to go to the college. Math and English is the most important thing. So every single day, 30 minutes math games and the 30-minute vocabulary games you allow kids to play. This is my sincere suggestion. And also, if you guys can teach other languages on the apps, Chinese and even the European language, how do you say, Italian, German, maybe German language is the way to go, because college is free in Europe countries. But if they can learn the German language, they can go and study there. They can do medicine. They can do whatever they want there, and it's free. You don't need to pay anything. So that is one thing I would highly recommend. That is what I asked someone, just like teenager, little older guy, means he's 22 or 23. I asked him, the one thing your mom would have done for you, what is that? Then the kid said, it is the number one thing, the languages. I wish she would have made me learn Chinese and German language. I would have, my life would have been different in case. Like I said, oh really? I never even thought about that. He said, yeah, this is how I do. I improve my knowledge by asking questions. I never think that I know everything. Oh, I'm teaching, I should not And there's no such thing like that. It is a ocean, knowledge is. So I always ask the younger kids who come to my spa what your mom, didn't do or did the best. So they always tell me something or the other, both one or two questions. So I ask high schoolers, I ask 22, 23-year-old boys, girls, everyone, whomever, even some parties when I see the boys, even Indian boys, American boys, I ask these questions all the time. That's how I know some of the moms what they're doing mistakes, or some of the moms who are doing great job on few points. So like I said, definitely Krishna sir, and I gave you one one more challenge with your daughter to teach. Like I said, start the German language. You sit with her, do together, instead of give an app, oh she's doing and then you do your work. No, I mean every day 15 to 20 minutes, that's enough to learn a language. 15 minutes is enough every day, one day. So you be with the child and do 15 minutes. First to do German language is more important, and then do the Chinese. These two are extremely important, because if you go to China they don't know anything, and there is so much trade place it is. So learning that language is a good to go. Yeah, go ahead, Krishna gar.
Yeah. Sure, madam. I'll try to start a language learning process.
Yeah, so even learning is a good idea, because a lot of my clients, I suggested them to, they said, oh, I can't afford, I want to do this course, whatever, the nurse, or, or medicine or something else. Then I told them in Europe it's free. Only thing is you need to sit for 6 months and learn that language and go. Then they're like, oh, that sounds good. And 3 of my clients went to Europe for free education, and they were very thankful with me. Otherwise, they would have never went to the college. They would have all done all these odd jobs and stuck in those jobs. So that's what I told them. You're going to stuck on these jobs just to do work on the language and then just go. Then they did that. Next year, within a year, they applied in Europe. They got it. They went. They did it.
Thank you so much for the suggestion, ma'am. I like the way you ask the questions to the kids. I think I should. We all will start implementing that.
What kids you mean? What?
No, the question like, what is your mom? So should have done.
Ask for 2 things: what she did the best, and 2 things what she would have done. What you miss?
Yeah.
So you both.
I used to
Actually,
ask
so much about
the
those.
same question. I used to ask to the parents, like once they are into their kids
Parents
in
is
college.
parents also you can ask, but you can actually do both, because what
Yeah,
you get
I think the
answer is
kids will
different
have a
than-
better answer actually.
I
Not
mean,
the
parents work with the blocks, but still,
yeah.
Parents think, oh, I wish I would have done that. That is also a good one too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should ask both of them.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm mostly doing this side. You are doing that side, which is good. We both can collect a lot of data.
Yeah. All right. So I also shared the channel where which I started learning with. I mean, listening, watching the video with Akira, and also planning to write down notes on that. I shared it. It's on the Zoom link. You can just go through it and then listen to it. Okay. All right. So any other questions?
YouTube adgara. YouTube, any questions?
Oh, in YouTube. Let me just see if we have any questions. Nikitam, did you see any questions in YouTube? All right, everyone. Also, we'll be having a in-person session in Dallas. It will be in April. It starts on Thursday, April 2nd, and goes till Sunday, April 2nd to April 5th. We already, we already started the registration process. So you can go to waytomoksha.org and then register yourself for the retreat. So it's a long weekend for the kids. I think most of the schools will have a holiday because they have a Good Friday in April. So like as a family, you can join, and it's really a wonderful place. Kids also going to enjoy it. It's a very big, I think 70-80 acre retreat area we'll be having there. So last time when we had it, I think kids enjoyed a lot. So register as soon as possible so that you can also book rooms in advance, because last time some of the people are unable to attend it because they don't have rooms available. So please try to book as soon as possible so that as a family you can attend the session. All right, so you can go to waytomoksha.org and then events, where you can find the same. Once again, thank you so much for joining today's session. Please try to sit with the kids and do the meditation. I shared the YouTube link where we have guided meditation for the kids, where you can just use those and sit with the kids at least weekly 2 to 3 times, sit with them and then do it. So that way it will be really helpful for the kids. And also, as AnuMaa mentioned, instead of sending, if they are doing really good in academics, just try to engage other than academics, something which they can learn in the real world, like learning about the flight, or about the finance, or something which is in this real world, like it's like a real world skill other than the academics. Okay. So that way they will have more